I'm Piyush Sharma, year 15 CS276, and today I'm gonna do selection sort. So the basic concept behind the selection sort is if you take an array, the smallest element will be placed in the first place, and then it will again check through the array for the next biggest value, and then it will be placed in the second place. So like that, it will go through the array again and again to check the largest number, the next largest number, and so on. So the program for this is, let's start with the header file #_and using names with std. As you all know what is the use of these two statements, so let's skip that. Then here we have defined an array of size 10 and int n. So it is a global variable and it can be accessed by all the functions and all that we are going to create. So what get data int n, this function is used to get data from the user. So we're gonna get data from the user and gonna put it in the program for displaying stuff. Then enter the data. Here we use a for loop, and n is the data, like is the number of elements or the size of the array which the user is gonna give as an input to the program, and the whole input will be taken into the array one by one. Then this function is used for sorting the elements in the array. Okay, as I told you, the smallest value will be placed in the first position of the array. So in t, we have taken t to swap the values. Then this for loop is for the first value. Then in minimum I, just imagine that the first value of the value we have taken for the I is the minimum value. So again we use a for loop for j is equal to 1, j is equal to I plus 1, j less than n, and j plus plus. Here we are comparing the first and the second value to check which one is greater. If the second value is smaller than the first value, then the second value will be placed in the first position of the array. So here as you can see, if a of j is smaller than a of minimum and a of minimum is I, then minimum is equal to j. So the minimum value will become j. So and this thing is used for swapping the values. J is equal to a of I is equal to a of minimum, and a of minimum is equal to t. Then this function is used to display all the elements of the array. For again we have used a for loop for int I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, see out a of I and l. Here we are displaying the elements of the array in a sorted manner. Actually it depends when you call the function. So in main, the main function, enter the size of the array int n, get data, we are calling the function, we have passed an argument n. Then the sorted array is, again we have calling the sorted function, sort function. Then we are passing the argument as a and n. A is the array and n is the size of the array, and displaying n return 0. Okay, so let's compile and check it out. Enter the size of the array. Okay, let me give the size as 10. Okay, so my inputs are 8, 9, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 1, and 10. Okay, so the sorted array is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. As you can see, the elements of the array are sorted. As I told you before, in selection sort, the smallest element, so here the smallest element is 1. This value will be compared and it will be jumped up to the first value, and then the second value will be compared like this. All the values are getting compared, and then the array is being sorted. That's how the selection sort works. Thank you.